Welcome to day 6. My apologies that this is coming out at 11 p.m., but it totally slipped my mind, I have to be honest. There's this moment in the Gospels where Jesus says something that shakes us all. Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves, take up their cross daily, and follow me. That's Luke 9, verse 23. This, my friends, is no gentle call to come along for the ride. It's a demand, not for the special occasions or the moments when we feel capable, but for the daily grind, the routine, the ordinary, everyday moments. The disciples, hearing these words, understood truly what the cross meant. They'd seen it, the brutal, visible symbol of pain and rejection, used by the empire to break the spirits of those who dared to resist. The cross wasn't just a spiritual burden, it was a reminder of the oppressive weight of the world. And Jesus is telling them face to face to pick it up. As I sat by the coast of Silver Beach this evening, watching the waves roll in on the bulkhead, I'm reminded of the weight of each day. There's something about living by the water that teaches you a lot about patience. The sun begins its descent toward the horizon, taking its time, slowly dimming the sky with hues of oranges, pinks, and reds. The waves keep coming, rhythmic, never ceasing. The seasons, they may change, but the ocean never rushes. It's all about steady movement. It's about knowing that change is coming, but you can't force it. The tide will return when it's ready, just as the night will settle in. And in a way, this rhythm of coastal living speaks to the daily nature of taking up our cross. When the days grow longer as they do, when the evenings stretch just a little further into the night, it's easy to feel like the burden lifts. It lightens, just as if the weight of the cross can be lifted in the warmth of a sunset. But even the longest days of the year end, and the cross still sits atop our cavalry. The invitation to carry that cross is not some dramatic, one-time act. It's a daily choice. Some days it feels light, like the gentle ebb and flow of the tide. But other days it feels heavier than we can bear, like the whitecaps across the water, like the long shadows of night falling upon us. But here's the thing. Even in those dark moments, the cross doesn't just symbolize pain. It is the mark of resurrection. And there's a slowness to the way that me and my neighbors live. As we sit, many of us in our backyards, some of us not miles from the shore, as the waves crash, there's an underlying stillness. The tide recedes, but it will return. The sun may set over the face of the water, but we know it will return in the morning. We know that the light will stretch once again across the horizon. The season of Lent is just like this. It is a season where we feel the weight of the cross most acutely. We acknowledge our own burdens, the suffering of the world, the injustice, the pain, the brokenness. But we also recognize that this is not where the story ends. Just as the sun disappeared into the sea this evening, we are reminded each day that it will rise again. So what does it mean to take up our cross daily? It's to endure the long evenings and the struggle of each step. It's to walk with faith even as the path is unclear, even when it feels as though the world is giving us more than we can take. But it's also to remember that Jesus, his footprints are in the sand, as they say. He walked this same path. He carried his cross step by step, knowing that beyond the suffering there was something greater. There was resurrection on the horizon. There was light breaking through the darkness. So if your cross feels heavy this evening, remember this: the darkness may come, but the dawn is coming. You may feel like you're walking through the night, but the sun will always rise again. Though the storms may come and the winds may blow, we will still praise his name.